Some 305 heavy hitters in the studio this morning.
Heavy.
Heavy hitters.
Pero heavy.
Big old heavy hitters.
Oh, Billy Corben in the studio.
Billy Corben in the studio alongside Dada5000.
Billy, we a huge fan of your work. Hashtag dogfight. Hashtag the U. Hashtag Cocaine Cowboys. Hashtag Squared Grouper. One of my favorite films.
I love a square grouper.
Anybody does.
Are you serious? Said no one ever. No one has seen. Our joke around the office is Grouper doesn't stream because it's not on Netflix streaming anymore. It's like, come on.
Dude, that movie is like really good.
Thank you. I really
good.
appreciate
really
that.
Good. And I don't know if it's because, like we were talking earlier, if everybody in Miami completely assumes that or thinks, hey, that Cocaine Cowboys movie is about my family, that Square Grouper movie is about my family, because you really don't know what your parents did in the 70s in Miami.
Oh, I did. I know what my parents did. All that weed, my daddy was smoking and all that coke he was snorting. I know exactly what was going on.
But your movies
You still know what he's doing?
I still know what he's doing. Go to my house on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, Lord.
Your movies kind of unveil this whole thing that, I mean, at least my generation were like, I wonder, and then you watch the movie and you're like, man, that sounds a lot like what they were talking about my uncle did.
Well, it's funny, when we first started to make it, we had this idea, this theory that narco dollars and drug money, built the city of Miami. And we thought that might be a little controversial, and then it comes out and everybody's like, yeah, bro, pretty much. Like, no one argued with it. There was like no pushback. Like, none of the Chamber of Commerce or tourism types were like, no, that's not true. Everybody was like, yeah, that's how it went down, basically. So
what gave you the idea to do Cocaine Cowboys? That's one of my faves.
I think you said, what gave you the idea to do cocaine? I thought it was going to stop right
Saturday
there.
night on South
I
Beach.
really did.
Three white girls, I don't know. Everything just went downhill.
Mostly working on this movie nonstop for the last 2 months has made me want to do that. But yeah, we're like the caffeine cowboys right now.
Yeah.
But we, growing up in Miami, and we were little kids, and what I remember most about it was the money. No, not Dayland. 163rd was my mall growing up. I was in NMB. I was a North Miami Beach kid.
Are you Haitian?
Yes, I am. Absolutely. That was the toughest part of working on this movie, actually. People couldn't tell Dada and I apart. They kept thinking we were brothers. And for people can't see us, to give a little bit, Dada is 6'5", like 270. And I am like a not funny, broke, white Kevin Hart-sized human being. But I came in Dada's pocket. That's how I got here today. In Dada's pocket.
Speaking of Dada and this whole thing, now you guys got Dogfight coming out now, which I saw the trailer last night. I loved it.
Oh,
because I'm all about the street fighting and the MMA. And I know a lot of the guys that came up that way. You used to bodyguard for Kimbo, right? And I know Level came up on that in that world as well, right?
Kimbo needed a bodyguard?
Yeah, right.
But this is his bodyguard.
That's crazy.
So let's not argue too much about it. He is like I'm looking at him. He has a red mohawk. His nails are painted black. He let me borrow his sunglasses for 2 seconds, and I had him on, and for a minute I thought I could kick his ass, and then I looked at him like, what am I doing?
Listen,
he's being rather quiet now, but he's
this guy is so scary. He just dropped his ID on his ID. His driver's license says Dada. D-A-D-A.
Dada,
real.
Are you a superstar right now? Like, are you now a movie star? What's going on with you with Dogfight?
With Dogfight, man, Dogfight is like an awesome film. The best deal with the best. Billy Corben, and I teamed up to bring something special to the big screen. This is the side of Miami that they don't talk about. And
they don't want to talk about it.
People about it, because the air is not the same over on this side as it is over by Palmetto Bay, or Pine Crest. And I think that it's something very, very special. That's what's up. P-Ryan 305. We're in the building, South Florida and beyond. Dada5000. Y'all like the way I plugged that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, y'all see that plug that.
No, it's crazy. I remember like in the early 2000s when that whole backyard fighting thing. Like first I heard about it because everybody was talking about like the fights and stuff, and then I remember Kimbo got his fame off of the DVDs. They were literally selling those DVDs everywhere back in the day. Yeah, somebody gave me a DVD. I remember.
Carol Mart.
At Carol Mart, yep. Somebody gave me a DVD, and I saw it. I was like, holy ish, who is this guy?
Are you fighting professionally now? Are you in there?
Yes, I'm undefeated. No one,
nice.
as of yet, has gotten out of the first round. That's the game plan. No one is designed to get out.
Have you taken your skills to another level? Because it's different when you're out there street fighting. Street fighting, those backyard brawls. You're standing up. Now, when you get into the world of MMA, now you gotta find your skills a little bit. You gotta get into a little more grappling. Have you been doing that? Yeah. How's your ground game?
My ground game is decent, But I come inside the cage with a game plan,
Yeah.
It's not about what my opponent is going to do. It's what I'm going to stop him from doing. I'm going to gain leverage. I'm going to keep control. And I'm going to finish it early. With backyard fighting, BYB, I just want to plug this in. BYB, that's Backyard Brawls Extreme Fighting, series.
Okay.
It's the next evolution for backyard. We're giving these guys a home. We're giving these guys something to look forward to. We're putting them in a position where they can take care of their families. At the end of the day, it's like, we didn't invent backyard fighting. We didn't invent fighting, but we played the innovative part on it. We took it and we decorated it and we made it more
They're calling you the Don King of backyard brawling.
And I met that guy, and I believe that he passed the torch in several of our conversations. So at the end of the day, we're going to do some special stuff inside Miami. And, even though Miami is the base for it, it's going to be enjoyed worldwide.
Let me ask this. I'm sorry. When you know that someone like Billy Corben is interested in what you're doing, in your lifestyle, and his reputation, there's Cocaine Cowboys, there's the U, part 1 and 2. When you know that this kid, he's practically, like, everybody jokes around and says, oh, Pitbull is this, and this person represents Miami the best, but he's representing a different aspect of our culture here in 305. When you know this guy is interested in what you're doing, what does that do for you? Like, how did you feel when he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm gonna do a movie about
I ain't helping you with.
I'm gonna do a movie about you. What does that do? Like, what, you come home and you're like, Billy Corben, little white kid, is gonna do a movie on us, and we're gonna make so much money.
Hey, listen. I'm going to see if my smile can answer that question.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah. Listen, for me, I think that it was amazing for an individual of Billy's status, with the projects that he worked on, to take interest inside this. And it was special because no one knew the outcome. But we pulled it off. And no, you will never see nothing like this ever again, nowhere in the world. This is a one-time shot.
Bro, you're a star. You're a star. Isn't he a star? Yes, like, seriously. And the movie is available right now where?
Well, it comes out on the 13th, Friday, right?
Yeah, it comes out.
But on Netflix in April, right?
It premieres tomorrow at the Miami International Film Festival, Friday the 13th. It opens at the O Cinema in Wynwood, Miami, and it'll play all week there. And I actually encourage people to go out and do it because it's an even more compelling experience watching it in an audience on a big screen. Dada's larger than life, so it's good. It's good to see him 30 feet, 40 feet tall.
That's so cool.
That makes it scary.
And then if you
this a horror movie?
Well, it is on Friday the 13th.
And if you go to CocaineCowboys.com and click on Dogfight, you'll be able to actually, on Friday the 13th, when it opens in the theater, it'll also be available for $5 to download at DAWG-fight.com, or just go to CocaineCowboys.com and click on Dogfight.
Nice.
What are the odds that we get Billy in the ring? In the octagon?
You notice you referred to my status and not my stature? That was a very deliberate word choice, is what happened there. So
Cannot wait for Dogfight. This
Well,
will
if
be
we
great.
could get Billy inside, it wouldn't be in the octagon. It would be inside this new creation. Listen, you guys, the world. Boxers and wrestlers have always fought inside the squared circle, right? MMA fighters have always fought inside the octagon. On May 15th, we're gonna unveil something very, very special. When I say we're game changers, we are game changers. The fight game is just like the life game. A lot of these individuals go through personal struggles, right? And
are you saying you're fighting in a triangle?
There you go.
Is the crying in the movie? I have a feeling you're gonna make me cry when I watch this movie.
I mean, it's heartfelt because it's 100% real. When you look at it, right, most of these guys are in their 20s and their 30s. They're used to seeing their physical features. You're not guaranteed to walk out of that cage how you went in. You may walk out with a gash that you may have to carry for the rest of your life. But that's the small token that these guys are willing to pay for a shot at glory. And we offer that to them.
Yeah, I feel like I can defend myself, and I was watching the movie, and I was like, I could be in there, and then I started watching more of the preview, and I'm like,
No.
I was like, yeah, no, I can't.
Let me tell you something, Jay.
This guy would slaughter me.
Dude, I can fight, and those backyard fights scared me so bad, I wouldn't even get on the turnpike
and
pass
heart, baby, right?
Dolphin Mall.
You gotta have heart.
And you know what, though? Heart is something that nobody could give you.
That's right.
You can't buy it. Nobody can teach it to you. You have to have it. You know, and with these guys, you know, some of them are coming back there for various reasons, but at the end of the day, what drives them is the efforts to succeed. You know, and coming back there, they figure, hey, listen, if Kimbo made it, if Lovell made it, if Bruce Leroy, who's now in the UFC,
Leroy!
Shown up!
Hey,
Am I the master?
Shout out to a lot of those guys. Shout out to a lot of those guys that came through the backyard and went pro. This is the stuff that that society don't talk about.
Right.
But we have to talk about it. You know, and it's like, I think that at the end of the day, you know, we're necessary. You know, we've been doing this on top, you know, for years. We went big and on National Geographic's Taboo, ESPN 4 times. Mike, it's like, it's so crazy to say, hey, if I would have told people 7 years from now, I would have been nominated for 2 Emmys, right?
Wow.
I would have worked with Tiger Woods, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, you know,
Lucy Lopez,
all these wonderful guys here at Power 96.
Yeah!
You know, that's what's up. People would have said, you know, you're crazy. But the truth of the matter is this, I'm standing here with you people.
That's right.
You know?
What you mean, you people?
I'm glad he's saying it. Wow, it feels good to hear one of my people say you people.
Right. If I said it, that would not be okay.
No.
For the record, that was, and people have trouble telling us apart. That was Dada. That was not Billy Corben, who, at the risk of referring to myself in the third person, who just said that. But, you know, people outside of Miami, all they know of Miami, it seems, is like 15 blocks of Ocean Drive. I mean,
yeah, absolutely
no,
right.
I hate it.
But you watch a Dolphins game and they go.
I know. Why do they say that?
They crossfade right to
South
Beach,
yeah.
as if South Beach is right outside Miami Gardens. It's
Right.
18 miles away. It's how many cities
Well, they're not going to show
away,
footage
you know?
of Ray Ray standing on Alapata.
That's for sure.
But this is the rest of Miami that people don't necessarily see in the tourist brochures. But it's most of what Miami actually
you're right.
is.
It's
I
real.
think if you actually live here. So.
Dada, you're the next action star. You're the next
Yeah,
Wesley Snipes.
bro, I feel like I'm meeting
I
like
see it.
somebody who's gonna be in like a movie with The Rock, with Sylvester Stallone. Like you're gonna be, what is that? Those movies, Untouchables?
Yes.
The Recyclables?
Yes.
Whatever. Expendables.
Well, you know, we have a lot of that stuff in the pipelines already, and I just want to let the world know, listen, man, to stay tuned to this movement because it's larger than life. It's bigger than me. I'm just grateful.
Bigger than you?
Yeah.
You a big mofo.
A representative, a spokesman, you know, for the movement. Stay tuned. Log in at www.dada5000.com at BYB Extreme. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You know, like I stated, this is just the beginning. You know, we're also involved in NASCAR. These shirts that we're wearing, these BYB shirts with Carlos Contreras, you know, with Mike Vasquez. With
Whoa. Y'all in NASCAR?
Yes.
It's going to be a dunk this weekend in the Miami thing. Just driving around.
Actually own, and you guys can come out to the old cinema in Wynwood and see the BYB Dogfight NASCAR parked outside.
Love it. Billy Corben, Dada5000. The movie is called Dogfight. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show, man.
Thank you, man.
Break a leg and stay undefeated.